Okay, what a game! What a game of cricket we have witnessed. And my fellow panelists on the program, I had asked them, not once, not twice, 3 times, that are you sure this is done and dusted? Everyone was of the opinion, yeah, this game is done. 140, maybe they would have made a game out of it. No, not quite. They made a game out of it even
while defending 100.
Yeah.
Imagine had they scored 110, 120 now. Man.
Your expectations have gone from 160, 140 now, 110.
On this wicket. Imagine.
100 only was almost safe.
There were a few chances in that last over.
Yeah.
Yes. Tickner dropped a sharp return catch.
Then
that run out, he didn't back up. 2 chances and New Zealand paid the price for it.
So, just one thing. So, Siddha, are you happy or you're upset with the result?
I am happy that I got 3 out of my 4 results correct.
What was the 4th one?
I said Belgium will beat Germany, but Germany won the Hockey World Cup. India won, but I'm not happy with the way how they progressed in the chase of 100. Yes, pitch was turning square, but we are supposed to be good players of spin, right? India.
We were good players
We
of
were.
spin.
That's the key. Now, looking at the performance, they dragged it to the very end, and even Surya was scoring at 26 of 31 balls, less than 100. No. Either the pitch was bad or the New Zealanders bowled very well.
No, I'm going to look at it differently. In Surya's case, I am glad to see this side of Surya actually. Simply because we thought that he can only play one way. Today, the team required him, and it's obviously, having seen both innings, you can't have all, 15, 16 batsmen, whoever have batted, all have a bad day or nothing. So clearly the pitch conditions were not easy to bat on. That's a given. Whether it was New Zealand batting, India batting, that's a given.
Yep.
In these conditions, the fact that Surya Kumar realized that, no, listen, I cannot be playing my style of cricket here. The team needs me. We've lost a lot of wicket because whatever said and done, we were talking about before the match that they should have played an extra batsman. They did not. So with that, if you had lost another wicket here, you would have had what? Deepak Hooda, the only one left?
Yes.
It could have been tricky. So I'm saying I like this version of Surya Kumar where he's shown me that no, I can bat differently. Though the game was too. They should have finished it slightly earlier. Yeah, too close to comfort.
Because Surya, when he tried to go for the big shots, he was not connecting on this wicket. Because you saw in the last one, he tried to hoik one of Tickner, but it didn't happen. He was not connecting. Either the New Zealanders bowled very well on this wicket.
By the way, there was quite a lot of dew. Huh?
Yes,
there was
Chapman slipped on the outfield.
There was a lot of dew and just 3 overs of pace for New Zealand.
And Ferguson came at the 19th over.
Glenn Phillips bowled out his quota of 4 overs.
Yes. And there was Mark Chapman also, left arm orthodox. We saw him also bowling.
No,
30 overs of spin today. 30 overs.
That was clear now when you saw how India was doing. And this is exactly what happened in the previous match.
Yeah.
There's no surprise that everyone who could just bowl spin had. Some of us been there. Was
who's your man of the match?
Can you bowl? Can
Washington
you bowl
Sundar.
Yeah, I think
everybody. I think everybody got 1 wicket.
1 wicket, yeah. Everybody got one wicket.
Sundar got a few runs also. No?
And but unlucky to be run out.
Yeah, he sacrificed his wicket for Surya.
But 2 run-outs, by the way, in a very, very low total.
Yep.
Or it could have been a third one in that last over.
True.
See, Arshdeep got 2 wickets, rest all got 1 wicket each.
So Washington Sundar.
Yeah. And Sundar with the bat hit.
Chahal could have been your man of the match because see, he got the first wicket.
Yeah.
And because till then 3 overs, 21 runs. So
I think you have to give it to Surya.
20%, in fact 22% of New Zealand's runs basically came in the first 3 overs.
Yes.
Yeah.
22%.
How about Sky for the man of the match? He was there till the end.
He was there.
Played against his natural game, looking at the situation and took you home.
Yep.
Whichever way he did it. He's the one who hit the winning shot also.
Yes.
The pressure was on.
Yes.
Just clear the infield, yeah.
3 of 2 balls, he hit one
So
shot.
lot of, I wanted it because Nitish is saying, and there was somebody else who said
Harsh
that
also.
earlier, saying that no pitches, somebody saying
Yeah.
bekar, whatever. My point is, I mean, my 2 cents. Why is it bekar? It's an exciting game now. It went down to the wire, went right to the end. Just so the thing is that what you were chasing was not 180, it was 100. But whatever said and done, I enjoyed this game as much as I would have enjoyed or probably even more than what I would have enjoyed a 180, 190 game where everyone is going to go for runs. Anything you bowl, any variation you try, anything you work hard on, it's not going to help you because it'll be a fat track. Why can't we look at the other way? I have no problem.
I'm pretty much okay with that. Okay.
Would we have been saying the same thing if India had lost?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's actually good to see for a change that, there is a track or two that
The
gives
bowlers are
complete
dominating for
complete
once.
assistance. Yeah, why always see the bowlers
Exactly.
getting tonged left, right and center?
Especially when in T20 cricket you anyway have small grounds. You're
Yes.
bringing the boundary in.
Yep.
You're not giving anything to the bowler. You're turning track. Why can't we say that no, Arshdeep needs to find a way to bowl in the death. Bhuvaneshwar needs to find his mojo back to bowl in the let the batsmen also try and find their mojo and figure out a way to play against Kohli spin. When it's gripping.
On any wicket, any surface, show that you're the best. It applies for, if we had this criteria for test cricket, right? Apply it even for T20 cricket also.
Absolutely.
Yep. So that's why, yes, but again, you have a big problem in playing quality spin now. It has been exposed in this game.
No, the only thing I'll say, which is right, I think Rahul also said that, that over the years you clearly not. But also, it's been a sort of a trade-off where you also become much better against pace. There's a time where you could scare Indian batsmen with pace. Now it doesn't happen. So you'll have to have some sort of a trade-off. You can't be very good. But I'm just saying, the only benefit of the doubt that I'll give both teams, I'm not going to really judge them in terms of spin because these are really exceptional tracks for T20. It's not something that you're used to. So had this been the norm and then they're struggling, then I'll be like, come on man, you got to be better against spin. Just that you're not used to.
Yes.
So there was initial game. But if you continue to get these tracks, which we've all kind of agreed that it's good, and then you continue to struggle, then there is something seriously wrong.
Absolutely, yes.
I think
See, for example, the Melbourne pitch that was used in the World T20 final, wasn't a high scoring game,
No.
but it was a competitive wicket.
No, but that's also because Melbourne, though, hitting a boundary is
That's also there, but
still impossible. Now, I was watching that final cut and like the straight is still okay. The square boundaries, my god, like even the fielders, mid wicket and square leg and all are standing like not so when you tell sometimes no stand
Little bit inside, yeah.
It's like really little bit. Here it was almost like a length of couple of pitches or something. Yeah, that's how much inside.
Like good
More than
15 yards or so inside the rope. Even more than that.
Yeah, more
my
than
goodness. Yeah, the square boundaries are huge at the MCG. The straight boundaries are shorter.
Huja, whatever.
Yeah, huge.
Like massive. And so that's why it was really smart. If you saw Virat inning that Pakistan game, it was really smart. He targeted straight boundaries. If you saw that six that was much
Harris
spoken
straight.
about, even though it was a ball to have been pulled or cut or whatever, he went straight. Because he knew best chance was that's where I can hit it and cleared it. So incredible. So there I can understand Melbourne type pitch where the ground is so big, so pitch, even though it was not a real bowling friendly track.
Yeah, and a very attritional game also. No six hit. No six was hit at all in the game today.
Achha, this one?
Yes,
Oh.
just check the scorecard, Anurag. No six was hit from either New Zealand or the Indian.
Interesting.
innings.
A
Are you sure about
T20
it?
match.
Double check.
Yeah, double check, please.
I think he's right.
There is
Yeah,
no
from-
six here.
None.
I don't think anybody.
Oh yes.
Nobody hit a six
Yes,
today.
nobody hit a six.
And Shubman Gill okay.
He tried, but
And this was
like Ranchi, got out to a pull shot.
And this was a match which had the likes of Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, Glenn Phillips,
Finn Allen,
Devon Conway, and you can just go on and name.
Daryl Mitchell. No big hitter managed the six at the
And in-
Lankans Stadium.
Hardik Pandya,
Strike
Bracewell.
rate of over 100.
Who?
I think just 3 players had a strike rate.
Yeah,
of
just
over
show the
100.
scorecard again, Anurag.
Maybe 4.
Yeah. So there was
Yeah. Finn Allen had 100.
only
Just him.
110.
Just one
Just
from New
him.
Zealand.
Just one from New Zealand. and is Shubman Gill 122 and Washington Sundar. 3 players in the entire
That just tells you
match.
the story of the pitch and the fact that the batsmen struggled, and you can't just hold, let's say, the Indians responsible here for taking about 110 deliveries to get the chase done. It was just a difficult track to bat on.
Too close for comfort. I think I agree the approach. This is the approach, and nothing succeeds like success because they won, so everything could have kind of finished it earlier. In the words of Gautam Gambhir, remember?
Yes.
Said it in Australia.
Yep, indeed.
Oh boy, man's there.
Palaswamy is waiting for quite a long time. Yuzi is the highest wicket taker in T20 internationals for India, but he has not played any
T20 World Cup
matches in T20s. And today was
Turning track.
Turning track.
I have a question.
Also, he bowled only 2 overs. Also, I have one question. Does ICC rate T20I pitches as well? Yes, they do.
Of course.
Every international match.
Yep.
Yeah. What about the other comment?
This we've been saying since mid-innings. I was surprised that why didn't Yuzi Chahal finish his quota of 4 overs. Never know, maybe, see, we can always say, because there was one logic that I was trying to find, was that, Yuzi Chahal in IPL also, he's used to bowling those overs in the power play and in the death also. So maybe Hardik may not have that much confidence in the likes of Arshdeep because of what has happened in the past, especially in the recent past. And then the other fast bowler was
Shivam Mavi.
Lacks experience. So maybe he thought that I'll get Yuzi Chahal back later. But why don't we think it this way that, had Yuzi Chahal been bowling, he could have gotten rid of these Kiwi batsmen, maybe just a couple of more wickets and they could have been bundled out for less than 99.
Yes.
Yeah.
That also would have happened.
I would have wanted, had I been the captain, I would have definitely asked Yuzi Chahal to bowl 4 overs on the trot from one end.
Absolutely.
Because, see, what happened, I was surprised that New Zealand chose to bat first. But, psychologically also it can affect the opposition team. Why? See, the way the ball was turning, when India came out to bat, they already had those mental demons. That turning wicket, that turning track was already playing in their minds. Be it Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan was struggling.
Yeah.
Big time.
He was struggling. He tried to do a few things, as in, after I think 1 or 2 overs, he decided that let's come out of the crease and, try and cover the spin.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Did he employ the sweep? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. But I'm saying, there's nobody, as we saw today, who really excelled. I think Surya has the highest run getter with 26 or whatever.
26, yeah.
26
So clearly not
21.
a game where you're going to assess a batsman by saying good or bad, because, you just look at the average score only, is very low, right? But the difference is exactly that. Like, for example, Shubman doesn't look uncomfortable, but yes, trying to pull it because that extra turn, you're not used to that. So you top edge a ball or mistime it, I can agree. Or similarly, like say Surya found a way, right? So you're technically at doing that, so you find a way to play. Or even Hardik to that extent found a way. No, I have to survive. This is a difficult pitch. Let me tell you, that is exactly what you would expect. Now the question which will be on Ishan is that there was no hurry today. Obviously, as he said, if we had to be fly on the wall in the dressing room, everyone would be able to guess what Rahul Dravid would have told him. Or anyone. Or even what he may be thinking. Like today.
Exactly.
But my point is exactly this. When you are ready to bide your time, you don't have no hurry, you don't have to play aggressively. Where your technicalities come into play, this is a bigger worrying sign. That even if he wants to get a big total, or is really mentally all there or clued into play or not, can he still get you a big total because of those technical deficiencies that he has? That is the worrying for Ishan Kishan, and I think that's the good way of judging who to back and who not to back. Because a lot of time people say, oh, you backed such and such player, but he got this many runs, you didn't back such and such player, he has not been getting runs, these are the averages. I think this is where sometime team management sit and think that
just
go with this, not with
thinking
this.
about Ishan and Shubman only, when you look at, okay, yes, both dismissed early and everything, but the point, just trying to elaborate on what you were saying, yes, of course, when you look back at this, you will remember the fact that Ishan looked at 6s and 7s and not Shubman perhaps.
Exactly.
And this could be this could just be one of the things that you will be reflecting upon, and possibly one of those notes that Rahul Dravid made.
Yeah. No, when you talk, I'm just saying, when you talk
Although
about.
today he consider himself a bit unlucky.
Sure.
He survived. Whatever happened, he may have looked ugly, but he survived.
I agree, but
that run out.
these things. See what happened? They stay in your mind.
I agree.
I'm saying, okay, let's not give our opinion. Forget it. I'm saying even the people who will be selecting teams, whether they're selectors, whether there's a coach, whether those images stay in your mind. So I'm just saying, tomorrow you're sitting and you have choice of even let's say Prithvi comes into the mix or 4 or 5. You'll say, "Nahi yaar, this runs maybe everyone's got the same or everyone's not performed." Or you must say, "Nahi yaar, I think ye thoda better
Yes,
hai."
yes. See, Shubman Gill also didn't score too many runs in both these matches. Even in now you would say, Shubman still, he can actually rotate strike.
Exactly.
But then there is one more.
Two bad shots.
Yes.
Something like that.
And for Shubman, you can always say, that one bad shot is always his. Today also.
Ball of the century.
Today Shubman, I think
Top edge.
more than, and that could have more than the turn. It could have been because of that bounce. Because this wicket was turning and was bouncing also.
Yes.
So maybe that extra bounce, and that is how he got that top edge.
No.
But and Ishan Kishan is also not scoring. So you can say that he is an attacking batsman. So what, in T20s majority of the players can attack, can play those big hitting strokes. Then there is a problem that especially in the power play, Ishan Kishan doesn't have that ability to rotate strike, which I think may go against him.
And in this game, it would have helped him a lot.
Yeah.
But you didn't get any boundaries. Like nobody hit a 6.
Yeah.
But you could have. And that's why I said, like, today's knock for Sky, and I agree that some places he was lucky also.
Yeah, he got dropped once.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, you ride your luck. I'm saying overall, at least he showed you that, okay, he has that different gear.
Just reminded of, Ishan Kishan's knock against South Africa here in Delhi. I was there at the stadium, I remember, and he managed to get to a 50 somehow, but the first 40 runs I remember that he scored, he didn't look like somebody who had an idea about what was happening around, but he would have forgotten about it by now because he managed to get a decent score for himself. Today, had he gotten, let's say, 30 odd runs on this difficult track, he still would have been, he would have been over what had happened in the first 15 deliveries, but maybe not now.
I'm saying, assuming any batsman on this track, whatever, whoever you have, Ishan Kishan, tough track, and if a guy got let's say one amazing cover drive, 4 run, and one amazing, sweep of a spinner for 4, just 2 shots, and you would have remembered, wow, man, yes, I can play. That's it. Runs to RTI.
Yes.
But
He looked good.
Same for Shubman. Hit 2 boundaries at least, got good proper boundaries, then of course got out while...
You select players. There are players who get selected even because just because of their good defense also. That is also an ability to defend.
The coach is a prime example.
Hey, he could defend and score runs.
No, but scoring runs everyone can. Defense, weaknesses. See, I'll tell you, anyone who plays Ranji Trophy or whatever, right? He wouldn't have reached that level if he cannot play the flick, if he cannot play a good cover drive, if he cannot cut. Every guy mostly would reach there. But you will see, there will be some, even at that level, who will get beaten between bat and pad. The ball will go because the defense is there. Or they've forgotten to either go to the front or back to a delivery. I'm saying that those deficiencies, even at the top level, you will find. But you will rarely find a guy who's playing top level who can't dance down the wicket, hit a 6. Who can't hit a nice cover drive or a flick or cut. They all can. Just that one guy will be able to do that. Plus, will have immaculate defense. You can't beat him. And there'll be some problem.
Some deficiency.
Will find.
But Steve is getting hot.
Is he got the player of the match? Yes.
He is the player of the match. Yes.
Trusted player of the match.
Oh.
He's the trusted
Popular choice award.
Yes.
So, the man of the match award is yet to come, right?
Yeah.
Critics
Mostly it
will-
should go to Surya.
And you know,
I think so. No, this is the captain. For
This
Game
is
changer.
Game changer. Okay, some runs
Nobody
towards the
awards.
end.
So nobody
and
awards.
a wicket also he got, no?
Yeah. No, I'm saying the
The
many awards, I
category.
know.
yeah, Hardik,
Too much.
can we,
Contender.
yeah.
One for 25 and 50.
Crucial runs right
Yeah.
towards the end.
Partnership with Surya. Yeah. Yuzi Chahal.
What is
He
he
should
got?
be the game changer of the match.
No, he's
But he is,
He is
Power player.
Power player.
power
He bowled in power.
quite literally the power player.
Oh
Maybe
boy.
it's based on that.
Yeah.
Too much sponsorship money.
Oh, I think
Hardik
Hardik is the man of the match.
Looks like
No.
it.
No.
He's the no for winning.
Oh, he's
captain.
winning. He won the.
Winning captain.
Yeah.
But where's the player of the match then?
I
He'll
think
come
already
after
given.
this.
Already given.
Already
I
given?
think that
Anurag,
was
can we
sleeping.
check?
No.
Not yet. What's this order though?
Best actor award is.
I thought first the losing captain comes.
comes, yeah.
Or they made it like IPL. The losing captain does only
Huh.
at the side, and then that's it. Only the winning
I
captain.
don't want to listen to the losing captain.
New Zealand cricket is interviewing him.
Maybe. Yeah.
But
So-
you know, whatever said and done, you know, with time, cricket becomes difficult. When Ishan Kishan arrived as in the as an international cricketer, you know, he came with a reputation. First match he got a 50 there, scored 50. Thereafter was a little inconsistent. But with time, especially in this day and age, the opposition teams, they can figure out what exactly is the problem with this player, and then they start exploiting it.
Yes.
Then again, so much so that if you don't work on your game, you will be
You'll perish.
far behind that pet, you know.
Absolutely. It's ruthless.
But
Keep
are we,
falling
have we, you know, I don't think so, but just want to pick your brains here. Are we seeing any sort of change or adaptation to Ishan Kishan with regards to him not rotating the strike enough? That is something we've been saying that for a while now. Any signs over there that you guys have been able to pick?
I can't see any signs. I think he's stuck in one particular gear. He's not
Slam
able to
bang.
get out of it. Yes. He's caught in between defense
Always
trying to attack.
you
What
can't
should I do?
always be in sixth gear, no, or fifth gear.
No, one is that, and if he really needs to get out of that, maybe is he getting the confidence that he needs? I don't know. That's also a major thing. Whether if he wants to, because a lot of it is confidence game only.
Yeah.
And if you were not picked after the tournament, I'm not denying that was not the right decision. I think that you had to go with Shubman. But I'm just saying, you and I can be objective about it, and not the guy who's not picked after 200. He'll never see it the way you and I would
Yes.
see it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's involved.
yeah,
So whether that then creates more doubts in his mind,
Surya.
it is
Surya.
that also could be, and whether that's allowing him to get out of, even if he's planned something, whether this lack of faith in him is allowing him to get out of it, we don't know. Again, we'll only know when he does another BCCI interview, and it's not as fun. And
Exactly.
But this prize money gets evenly distributed, right?
yes, so what they do is, I mean, earlier they used to take, but I haven't asked anybody recently, but I till about 7-8 years ago, because I had asked somebody. So what the Indian team at that time had, they had a pool. So whoever wins whatever, this goes into the pool, and that money is actually used for their team lunches, dinner, whenever they need to go out. So that from that
Yeah.
pool it's paid.
Yeah.
Things like that. You can't.
But now
can't
nowadays-
I won the award
It's mine.
like it happened here. No party for us. Did you
But-
get a party?
Nowadays you got a bigger pool, right?
When internal awards, cash prize was won.
yes.
We never got party.
We should take this up, no?
I know, it just
Yeah, we
be
should
taken up.
we should take it up. I think we should be the ones walking into
The
the.
other departments they did.
No, we should be the ones walking into
Yes.
the other studio today.
Yeah.
Well,
And we had two winners.
we had two winners.
No
We
party.
had trusted player also. We had player of the match
Player
also.
side, trusted player. No party.
Player of the match. Not a power player.
Whatever.
Hey, yaar, whatever
Maybe was
name
that
you want to
cash-
give it
Cash
now.
prize was given. No party.
Okay.
Rahul should be leading the charge, I feel.
Cavalry
No?
charge. Cricket Australia cavalry
I
charge.
will not ask anything from anyone. Why? Because
I will also not give any reason.
it might end up
Paying.
paying for that.
That's also a good policy actually.
That
It's also a good policy.
policy of.
मतलब ना लेना ना देना.
Tomorrow, imagine you could be the guy winning an award and then, hey, Maggie, do?
No, I will refer to previous examples.
Oh, by the way, wait a second. You also got an award.
That was not cash prize, na?
Are so what?
Honorary
No, I'm
award.
saying,
Oh,
Arey yaar, 1 second. If you get an award with a plaque, that I don't expect. When there's a cash involved, then I want
you were awarded the greatest.
Alright, whatever I was awarded,
TV
what was I
journalist.
given? A plaque, na?
Yes, come on, yeah.
Not worth anything.
Such a
I
credible
want, if you had asked me, no, but if you had asked me, you want a plaque or you want a check,
No,
I would have preferred a check, no?
How do we know that you didn't get any cash award?
No, I did. It's all in public domain. I did not. It's in public domain. You can. What is that? RTI.
It's actually a this thing.
Yeah, because the government is.
Or-
you can put an RTI.
Or were you very careful about the photo op that you were getting done?
No, nothing. I got the check. Supposing if there was a choice, you get this nice framed plaque, or we can give you a check.
No, but check as in money also matters. No, money as in the amount of.
Yeah.
For example, if they were paying you just 10,000, you would have.
Then we would have been thinking कि इसमें से क्या पार्टी लें? हाँ? Then we would have been thinking कि इसमें से क्या पार्टी लें?
10,000 to you. Even 20, 25,
Why not?
30,000 bhi nahi.
5-6 dinner would have come for that.
For 10 grand.
6 dinners.
Then we wouldn't have been asking for a dinner over here, no?
that you are having aram se.
5-6,000, 10,000, 5-6 dinners in 10,000.
Not happening.
What happened Abhi?
Like we had today.
Today?
5 will come
Huh?
in 10. 5 dinners will come.
But for a
nobody would consider this as a party.
exact, if you
See again, party is.
no, then party won't be here. No, party will be somewhere else then.
The one that we had just, I think, after the IPL.
That was not
That was a party. It was a get together.
The night where we went.
Yeah.
There was.
Acha, I was not there.
Yeah, you are not there.
We went post IPL. We went.
Purana Delhi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
4 baje.
Because those days it's open na that time.
Yep.
Those days.
Even these, all the time.
No, not all the time.
Aye, of course.
11
But
o'clock.
11, 12.
No, the place where we went.
acha,
outside,
the
yeah.
particular place.
Yeah,
Yes.
but at certain time of the year it's open till 4.
And we're approaching that time of the year again.
I think so. Yeah.
In 3-4 months' time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Couple of months, yeah.
Yeah. 3-4 months.
Then we can go.
Yes. Nitish, hi everyone. Hope you are enjoying today's weather. Yes and no.
No. I am not enjoying today's. Are you?
Because your food couldn't come on time.
No, it's cold and it's raining. Yeah, it's wet.
Oh,
Weather change
I
can.
like
But we needed the rain because the air quality has been very bad, by the way.
I'm not enjoying the weather. I like sunny days.
so
in
the
winter.
best thing
You like
about
sunny
this
days?
country,
Of course, I like
Pun intended.
sunny days. Though I love.
the best thing about this country, or even this city in Delhi, although we are often
Other winters.
No, climate of this country.
Huh.
You have summers,
Overall,
you have
yeah.
winters, you have everything.
No,
Spring,
only-
autumn.
In Delhi.
Delhi.
In Delhi.
Yeah.
Besides
You're living in
besides the toxic air and everything, at least Delhi gives you all the seasons.
saying-
I'm
I
saying
like
including
winters.
that toxic air.
Oh, but that's nothing to rejoice, no.
That's
That's another.
You don't get the rain that much
That should
here.
also be named as.
See, I'm saying it gives you a little bit of
I
everything.
love the Mumbai rains.
It gives you.
There's nothing to love.
Again.
I know,
Exactly.
Receiving it.
I've been
Same,
there.
exactly. Going to the office
If you
is
ask
a
me,
menace.
I prefer winters over.
Yes, same here.
No, I also love winters, but I'm saying, like those typical winter days you're having daytime sun, you stand in the sun,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
you
but-
get off it.
but-
Like today was just.
It was like
weather.
London. In
Yes,
a
English
typical
London?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
typical English.
Dull, drab, cold, windy, rainy.
spitting. Oh,
And but you should also think about the farmers. This
Yes.
rain was very. आप भी आ जाइए. लेकर ही आइए.
So I think we will win this year's ODI World Cup. Yes, hope so.
Rohit will break Sachin's 2003 World Cup 973.
63 runs. 673 runs. Not 970. 970 is Virat Kohli.
973 was
It was
Virat in
IPL.
2016. Yep.
Yeah.
Congrats to under 19 women's team for winning the World Cup. Absolutely.
Of course.
The cherry and the icing on the cake today was that.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
India under 19 winning the World Cup title. So Shefali did a Dhoni.
And by the way,
Inaugural title, winning it in South Africa.
we already, I think, have that picture, that video up, Anurag. You can get to know about the champions where we've done a special video. It's uploading. So anytime now you will be notified
Virat, Mithali,
about the champions.
Saurav Ganguly. Indeed. It's
This
the
too Virat would have tweeted, no?
yes.
This too Virat would have. Not
Yeah.
all tweets are
Anurag, you didn't watch that, right?
tweeted by.
Is it?
Okay. Shubham.
The tweet of the hour came up and I was like, Anurag, you didn't see that, right?
Oops. Hello,
but
sir. I have a different question. Forgive me. No, we don't forgive you. Do you think Djokovic? Do you think Djokovic is GOAT? Most slams 22, most Masters 1000, most weeks number 4 307, most ATP titles. Yeah, most number 1 374 weeks. Number 1 374 weeks. Most ATP titles. Though you are a Rafa fan, do you feel Novak is the GOAT?
Firstly, the only stat that interests me is the Grand Slam stat.
Yeah.
I don't care ATP, this,
Yeah.
that, whatever.
Number one
Not
ranking.
bilateral series.
Yeah, exactly. Bilateral doesn't matter.
Yes.
Only stat that matters 22. He's tied with Rafael Nadal at 22.
Yep.
And I am ready to go. Yeah, I'm a Nadal fan, but I think whoever finishes on top, and most likely it's going to be Djokovic, no
yes.
denying. I will consider him the GOAT. No denying. No
Exactly.
denying.
Although next slam is French Open. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He's out of action for 3 months.
physically,
That's
really
the
not
problem. So
but-
he's coming into the French Open undercooked.
You know, irrespective of, but French Open.
But remember, 3 of Nadal's losses, 2 have come against Joker in Roland Garros. That is why he is a complete all-surface player.
But
Novak.
I agree, but he's a different beast
Oh,
on
yes.
play. Rafa Nadal, although you know it's a fact, and most likely this is going to happen. What Nikhil just said, Novak Djokovic will finish.
He now only has Serena Williams and Margaret Court ahead of him.
23, no?
Yep, 23 Serena, 24 Margaret
24.
Court.
22 graph.
Yeah.
22. Something like that.
Yes.
There's an interesting comment by Naren B. He says, guys, I'm a long time listener but first time poster.
Wow.
So I know why Hardik bowled Huda 4 overs. He's trying to mold him to be the next Jadeja. Clearly, Yuzi is way below in the pecking order for now. But Naren, I mean, they're not comparable. Because while I get your point of maybe wanting to make Huda as the next Jadeja, but I don't think Yuzi can be compared to that because Yuzi is going to be out and out spinner. And Huda, even though he could be useful, will never be an out and out first choice spinner also. He's a decent spinner, but he can't suddenly be a match winning number one spinner. He'll only be able to play as a spin bowling all rounder, in which case, if you point out maybe Jadeja in the future, though he's still nowhere even close to that, but maybe that is something that can be looked at, but I don't think they are comparing.
And Hardik needs Deepak Huda in that 11 whenever Hardik Pandya is playing. In the 11, he needs Deepak Huda.
Yes.
Because you're saying because he's not going to bowl certain days and he'll need the 6 bowling option.
Yes.
So different kinds of bowlers.
That's the thought process for Hardik Pandya.
No, but I'm saying in
That's
general.
what he's been telling at least.
Sure, but I'm saying in general also, I mean, because we kept harping on that fact, right, that have batsmen who can bowl. Where have they gone? So it's not a bad option to have anyway a guy who can roll his arm over. Because on days, let's say you're not going to play a off spinner. Quite often you don't in T20. And if you've got someone like a Deepak Huda on that rainy day who's playing like a batsman, comes and bowls at off spin when you need be, it's not a bad option to have, whether it is Hardik or anybody else.
Horses for courses.
Yeah.
There will be days when you will need a Deepak Huda. There will be days when you will need somebody, a frontline spinner.
Yep, indeed.
But surprising, yeah. The UZ Chahal suddenly, people actually are saying that he has fallen way below in that, way down in that.
It's like a roller coaster for Kuldeep and Yajuvendra Chahal. Even Kuldeep was in a similar situation a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Now he's staging a resurgence. And Chahal's fortunes has dipped. That's the worst part. Mayank Thapliyal. Oh yes, I remember this game very, very well indeed.
We won't know till you read it.
In the 2011 Champions League T20I match that was held at Bangalore, Mumbai Indians team struggled against score of 99 in a match with Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, that match went, I think, till the last ball. Today's match somehow reminded me of that. Yes, Mumbai Indians needed 2 runs of the last ball. Darren Ganga spreads the field out.
Resurgence was
The captain.
was the
Yes.
captain.
And who scored the winning runs?
I remember.
Yajuvendra Chahal.
Yeah.
2 runs he hit, and the celebrations after that, my goodness. And that was the Champions League where Mumbai Indians were allowed 5 foreigners. They played with 5 foreigners. Because they didn't have any local player who was available because they were all injured. So they had to bend the rules. 5 foreigners in, and that's it. 2011 Champions League winners, Mumbai Indians.
And all their foreign players who
Yeah.
were actually part of the other Champions League teams. also
Yes, they had
chose to
to.
play for Mumbai.
Yeah, that rule came in 2010. Because
What
Bravo,
rule?
that most of the foreigners, your first choice will have to be the IPL teams. That the IPL teams made it very, very clear.
But even if it wasn't IPL, would you really think that players would have chosen some other franchisee over IPL or their IPL
Nah, no chance.
teams?
CL T20 was becoming an Indian mini IPL. 4 teams.
Yeah, Mumbai Indians, they take care of all their players, irrespective of whether.
What do you mean? Other franchises don't take care of the players?
No, I don't know. Even if their players, if they get injured, in fact, Mumbai Indians, they take care of their players from other franchises also. If
Like
How?
Give us an example.
Dwayne Bravo, for example, I believe when he was injured, he spoke to somebody in Mumbai Indians.
But he's a Mumbai Indian player, huh?
Exactly.
That before the Chennai Super Kings switch.
For Mumbai Indians.
It is fine.
Even every player, be it who is not playing anymore, be it Zahir Khan is still associated.
Yeah.
Harbhajan Singh, Pragyan Oja, all these, you name one, Parthiv Patel, of course, he's also with
Yeah.
Mumbai Indians. Any player, former, current,
That's an amazing thing.
they take care of all their players. I just wish
The
they guys would
2013 team, the play.
You have to play cricket for that.
Yeah.
No, I can be a
Media manager.
Barik of that team.
You can be. They were looking for someone.
Huh? You're telling this to me.
No, because the one who
You have any
I heard
anybody
was left.
who's there?
I can find out for you.
No, you have to guarantee me.
I'll find out. I'll find out.
Guaranteed leads.
Yeah.
Will you give me passes then?
Oh, passes.
That's the first question. Passes?
Disclaimer भी देना पड़ेगा for the IPL and the Delhi Test match. I have to put out
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few disclaimers.
No, I follow that policy. Na low, na. Anshu Mishra is upset that we picked Sanat Jayasuriya ahead of Gilchrist in our 11. I respect that opinion. We had a
Yeah.
debate over it. But also, generation matters. I thought what Sanat did to one-day cricket was...
सही बात.
He's going to take out numbers.
Nope. But I think, Gilchrist had more impact on ICC events.
Take out numbers. More questions. Niche.
I think he's coming up with something else.
No, he must have taken out some numbers.
What?
Numbers he'll take out.
Go down, Anurag. Oops. Oh yes, Ankit Kumar. Temba Bavuma played a brilliant 109 of 102. South Africa chased down 342 against England. They won the series.
South Africa?
Tell him this.
South Africa have won the series
Biggest
against
supporter.
England while chasing 343. Temba Bavuma 109 of 102. David Miller 50.
But today I think 350, 340 is actually the power score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Harry Brook 80 of 75.
What
Josh
happened in the earlier game, in the last game, was more surprising than
Yes.
this.
See, Temba Bavuma 109 of 102.
109 of 102 in ODI cricketer.
No, but he's won this team the game.
No, I completely agree. I think I'm a huge fan of Temba Bavuma. But
Really?
Suddenly there was
always
silence.
been.
Yeah.
There was silence.
You said no, he's the fastest runner, fastest
he
cricketer.
is. Was something, some debate was happening and he said this is fast. I said Temba Bavuma and he was
I
very
said Glenn
amused.
Phillips. I said Glenn Phillips.
He was very amused. Oh, Temba Bavuma. I said,
No.
Find out. He's very quick.
Short strides. Tuck.
But very quick.
Okay.
Is Lara taking care of Sanju?
Good question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Akshay Khiste.
Sanju Samson is their most prized
Possession.
Sanju Baba.
He's I think it's uncontested.
I disagree with his comment.
What?
Sanju-
He's not taking care of
As
well.
I said, I know what is coming next.
Who's Ara's most prized possession?
Joss the boss.
If it's just about this question, then I think Sanju definitely is well taken care of.
Who is
See,
Rajasthan
that's what
Royals'
gentlemen
most
think alike.
prized possession?
I think in the long run, it has to be Sanju only for them.
Right now, Sanju. Joss Butler.
Joss Butler.
Chalo. People will flood you with the answers.
See, none of you got it right. Guys, you tell us, who is Rajasthan Royals' most prized possession? Please.
Yes.
Let me see it. I'm sure we'll get comments very soon.
Indeed.
Yeah, Sanju Samson is fit and available.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't know whether he'll be picked for the Australia series, the one days.
Why is like this kind of pitches can't bring crowds?
See, Somadeep Mandal is saying Rahul Rawat is their most prized position.
Also, good point.
High five.
One second. Arun Ramachandran is saying Sanju. Ayush Pandey is saying Butler.
Papa is also saying
Rajesh
Butler.
Kumar also saying Butler.
Butler, okay. Mayank Taplial is saying Yuzi. GGK is saying Joss. And
Those Yuzi as well. Mayank is saying Yuzi.
Akash
Swabiman
has-
Sahu.
Akash has got it.
Swabiman Sahu, yes, also. Yep.
Swabiman Sahu also has got it.
Yes.
None of you are very disappointed. Sangakkara also.
Sangakkara. Sangha. Okay.
So Mumbai and Rajasthan, they have two
One
Sri
more.
Lankans
Yes, Mahela
in that
and
support staff, and imagine they don't have a single Sri Lankan player. Neither of the two teams. No?
no, they don't have.
They don't even bid for Sri Lankan players. That's the more surprising part.
They let
But
go
isn't
of
that
Dasun Shanaka.
Isn't it better than some coaches that come with a fixed agenda that I
No,
want
I
certain
agree,
players
but
from my
in that
country?
entire country where somebody like Dashun Shanaka and all these, so they don't know much about Sri Lankan cricket, that somebody can actually do well with time, can progress, can...
No, they don't want to have any sort of conflict of interest, or they don't want to be seen as pushing people from their country.
Why?
Or maybe
But
genuinely
it's still
they
a
think
handful
they can get
players,
somebody
no? Not
better.
like, that there's a lot of players coming from Sri Lanka anyway.
Yeah.
Just a handful players.
One Indu Hasranga for
And plus
RCB.
Rajapaksa is there, Vanindu Hasaranga is
PVK.
there, Thikshana is there.
Thikshana is
Your, the player I mentioned, what was the name? Dashun Shanaka is there.
After
Then you have...
this one's well.
Patirana is there in
Patirana,
CSK. Matisha Patirana.
Patirana, I think he... And maybe you could have taken him and groomed him for future.
Yep.
Then not Karuna.
I missed the name. But
Chamika though was in the
Chamika.
Kolkata Knight Riders team, but he's
Was he?
not, yeah, he was there.
Never
but he didn't
played.
play. He played one game, but he's not picked this time around.
somebody commented in the most prized position. I missed the name because I was looking at quirky. Somebody put Ashok Gehlot also.
Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
funny.
Nothing here for Sachin Pilot again.
I know.
So,
Pilot being denied his due, maybe, I don't know.
Nick, Siddharth, your friend.
Hariharan Vishwanathan from the US is saying, I am upset at that Sehwag UV not picked.
I was the one who picked UV actually, but I was
Yeah.
outvoted. And to be fair, Sehwag, as much as I love him and he'll make my test team, but one day it would have been tough for him to break
Yes.
into that. Not ahead of Sachin,
Sehwag
Gilchrist,
in
Sanath.
India's test team.
No, not test. This is ODI team.
No. So you said that you will pick Sehwag in test, but that will be because the team that we picked was an all-time ODI 11.
Yes. No, but Sehwag will come into conversation even if you're picking the world 11.
Test.
Yeah, test.
Come into conversation. Yeah. for
He
sure.
changed test cricket.
Yeah. And
Hayden.
when you sit down,
Sehwag,
but-
Hayden,
Hayden,
Sehwag,
Sehwag, Hayden, yeah.
Yeah, Gavaskar will open with Hayden.
Oscar
No?
will be there. I'm just saying he may or may not make it, but he'll come into conversation. He was not part of our ODI conversation. It's just fine.
Yeah.
In test he will be.
But UV Sehwag, a true impact, X factor, explosive ones and match winners. UV, yes. Sehwag also, yes. But fitting both of them, that too when you're picking an all-time 11 is very difficult.
And we picked A.B. de Villiers at number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we
you didn't
wanted-
have Gilchrist, but Sanath, obviously, that was the choice.
I was outvoted. I wanted to have Gilchrist. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sanath.
Sanath, Tehran,
No,
Jess.
but we were also
Surya.
balancing it out. We got an Australian in Wani came in.
Yeah.
There was no other Sri Lankan. No, Murli was there.
Murli must have been
The
there.
Matara Mauler.
I wanted Saklan there.
Again, you want-
Yes.
No, but we had Wasim also, so
Yeah.
not two bowlers. Yeah, so-
Vaughan and Murli in the team. That's it. Your spinners are sorted. Vaughan
Yeah,
and
we
Murli.
got Vaughan and Murli.
And you had Wasim and
course.
there was which other bowler?
Magra.
Magra, of course. Wow, what a potent bowling lineup, man.
Imagine.
Who will they play against? Like some Mars 11
No,
or something?
but we decided that day that we will pick another.
No, which
ODI.
we picked immediately. Because everyone that we discarded, we just put
Yeah.
their names together. It became an amazing
Another 11.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone that we are fighting over, we put it there. Became an 11. Because everyone had one or two players for some position that won't pick, right? So you just put them in.
Nitish is saying hi again. There was a discussion days back.
Yeah.
I still believe for me
Sachin will be the greatest
ever.
ever.
I respect Virat Kohli too. My all-time favorite is Sachin.
No, it's also a very personal thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Personal thing.
Same here, Nitish. I
Yes.
agree with you. I think majority would.
Yeah, because you just. Sachin made you fall in love.
Sachin was an emotion.
Yeah.
Simple. The first thing that we would say, he was an emotion.
He got the entire nation together.
I mean, imagine if he got out, everybody would switch off the TV and people would empty the stands. Which player had that impact when we were growing up? Only Sachin.
When I was that Dhoni video that I didn't mention it, so I was just talking about something. I don't know how that came up, and he said about Sachin only. He says, "Ki my first memory was '92 World Cup." And he said, I used to just tell my father, MS said, that he used to bat at number 4. Na?
Yes,
he said,
yes.
शुरू में मेरे को मत उठाना. जब उसकी बैटिंग आई ना नंबर 4,
Yeah.
wake me up. And he said, I used to be up till he was batting. Got out. Bye bye.
he said that a
That's
couple
it.
of times now,
So that's the
Dhoni. He
only
said
one
that
I used
जब
to.
सचिन आए मुझे बता देना.
Exactly.
I just watch him. Then he's out. Then you want to go to sleep anyway. Winter mornings, you know.
Sorry.
Early winter mornings.
I know.
कुछ देखना ही नहीं.
That World Cup, man. What a World Cup.
Yeah. Disastrous for India. Though he won against Pakistan. That was-
Yeah. You won against Pakistan and you almost came close against South Africa.
Australia also.
1 run.
1 run.
You lost by 1 run.
Time when you actually had the Kudrat ka nizam.
And what jerseys, man. What jerseys.
Yeah, best.
What green was that, Sidvi?
That neon green by Pakistan.
Neon.
No, that was 99.
92.
99 they had neon green.
Even
There- no, 92 is not
Parrot
neon.
green then.
Different green. That neon typical that 99 jersey Pakistan.
But
is
the
like
canary yellow of Australia
See,
92.
his yellows, his greens, his
Canary yellow. That was the clincher. And I liked Zimbabwe's jersey also. Bright red.
I like the Kiwi jersey 92 grey that they had.
That was bad.
Grey. I liked it.
I like the
Classy.
Kiwi 2003 jersey. Black.
New Zealand, they've always had very good jerseys.
The 85
Always.
jersey
Always.
Yes.
is the best.
The beige.
Beige. I have a
The beige,
I have a
yes.
jumper of that.
Wow.
Yeah, awesome.
The beige brigade.
Retro beige, yeah.
Yeah, the retro
I remember
beige.
Richard Hadley wearing it.
Wow. Those were the times New Zealand dominated. That beige, Jersey was the one where they dominated totally. New Zealand. 85.
Next
Dominating
one.
us.
Only in World
they
Cup.
have-
In world events, they always do.
Yeah, they do. I mean, only one win you've had in 30 years against them.
Nikhil, my all-time favorite is Dinesh.
Oh, yes.
Saying, yeah, Dinesh Mongia.
Okay, I want to answer Akash's question because he asked us in all shows, and we promised that we'll answer. Akash Bhardwaj, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, his question was, please, all of you name your all-time favorite athlete from any sport. Your all-time favorite.
Muhammad Ali for me.
Muhammad Ali, okay. Want to explain why?
I don't know.
Because he said, I am the greatest. So
Yes.
he picked the greatest.
Yes.
But and also he was a character. And sports, if you see, you will Jack Callis, for example. If you see numbers,
Oh,
unmatched,
of course.
unmatched. Over 13,000 test runs.
Test runs,
over
yeah.
290 test wickets.
Yeah, yeah.
Test wickets, unmatched numbers.
Yeah.
But he was not a character.
Yeah.
He, for himself, he must be, because you need a character. When I say character as in, you understand.
Yeah.
For example, Hardik Pandya is actually a character. You want to, Virat Kohli is a character. Muhammad Ali was a great athlete and a great character.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he was. Agreed.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Michael Phelps. Phelps.
I can't pick one.
Too tough.
Because I know because each sport is different.
Yeah.
I can pick one from each sport. Because how do I compare people from different sports?
Exactly.
But if I had to pick, I'll pick various. I'll pick Brian Lara from cricket. I'll pick
Messi from football.
Messi from football. I'd pick I'd pick Lewis Hamilton from Formula One.
Yeah.
I would pick Ronnie O'Sullivan from snooker.
Snooker, beast.
I would
Nadal
pick,
from tennis.
Lin Dan from badminton.
Yeah.
Nadal from tennis.
Nadal from tennis. And who else? Michael Johnson from athletics.
For me, if that is the case, tennis, I would pick Andre Agassi.
Yeah.
And then
He was also character.
Yeah, he was.
he was.
I still like. The biggest heartbreak for me was.
Every time we make
No, his hair.
Hair,
His
yeah,
face.
yes.
Yes.
I only got to know later.
I know. And those retro shirts that he would wear. What a style icon he was.
He used, in fact, I never thought, actually I used to think, yeah,
Dude.
such a great hairstyle. And then
And he came in 1995 bald.
all those years he was wearing a hairpiece.
I know.
But just trying to get this conversation a little streamlined. We talked about greatest athletes. Let's actually be very selective over here in the sense that let's have a few parameters. On the whole, if you're looking at one athlete whose discipline, achievement, work ethic, all of these things inspired you, and that everything in totality makes you like that athlete, who would that be then?
No, I think if there are different sports.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like every the yardstick is
No,
different.
but I'll tell you.
No, but
you can spend a day with just one athlete. Who would you want?
Oh yeah, that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah.
Because for me, I think the best
No,
stories
but
would
you know,
come
but you-
out from a Muhammad Ali only.
Yeah, but the problem with that is I could pick one, right? I could pick one, but then that will not be based on how much I admire that person as a sports person. So, for example, let me tell you, if conversation and all is not an issue, and if there is only one player that I would want to, I probably may go with a Lionel Messi. Let's say, but I know, but you're saying one day, I know with a Messi, one day I'm not going to get too much because he's very introverted. You don't speak the same language.
yes.
I will not get anything out of him. Maybe with a Ronnie O'Sullivan or a Lewis Hamilton, I may have more fun. They'll be
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah,
tell
much
me a lot of
more,
things, and
yes.
I may go in their limo for a party one night. More action in terms of what you will get from out of that one day.
But then, if you want to go for those parties and all, then
No, but I said
spend a
lots
day
of
with Mayweather.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I'm
maybe.
saying,
Oh, yeah.
you're
You'll have a very good
but
party with him.
That's not the only thing. I'm saying lots, as in, so
Yeah.
like intellectually also,
Yeah.
a person who you'd be able to have a conversation with could get into depth of certain sports, and you want to
That's
take
why
it
I
to
chose
all.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, which is a good call. I agree, because all of that is included.
But I think if I were to just have a day full of
I want to pick Brian Lara, but I've already spent many
Yes.
days.
conversation,
I know.
just a conversation, I think I would have picked Kobe Bryant. I would
Kobe
have.
Bryant, yeah.
I would have loved a day full of just conversation with him.
Yeah, he would have been a fun guy to hang out with. Because
That
if you're
too.
looking at a guy
Yeah.
you want to hang out with. Yeah.
For me, it would have been Agassi. Andre Agassi.
Yeah, good call.
And imagine if you spend a day with Agassi, you never know. Maybe you're spending a day with Steffi Graf also.
And two polar opposites. One was Steffi Graf was a very shy, introverted individual.
Yeah, because you know
of
she
her
was
father,
father and all
unfortunate
that. Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter Graf. So.
But that way, I mean, even Usain Bolt would be fun.
Oh yes.
Greatest
yeah.
athlete, Jamaican.
Actually,
good
why not?
style.
Because
I know.
he might as well just take me to Old Trafford because he's also a United fan.
You could play some football with him.
Well, I've been there, but yeah, I don't mind going there again with him.
I tell you one thing. I have never in my life ever met an uncool Jamaican. It doesn't matter if it's Usain Bolt or
Chris Gayle.
I've never met one Jamaican who's uncool. They're just inherently,
They ooze coolness.
genetically, just cool, fun people. And I'm talking about even if it's your like cab driver, anybody. Never will you meet an uncool Jamaican.
I know. They are.
Just
They're class.
Everyone thinks he's a dude. Like
Yep.
I'm the king. He may be a painter painting, you know, like bus stops.
Yep.
He could be the thele wala selling bananas.
Yes.
Whatever he is, he thinks I'm the king of the world.
which is great spirit to
Yeah,
lead your life
exactly.
with.
They don't care about it. I'm
Absolutely.
the king of my world. In my world, I'm the king. I don't care about it. Yeah.
If not Andre Agassi, I would have spent time with Carl Lewis.
Yeah, also.
One
Could
of
be.
the. He's laid down the
But
benchmark.
he, as a personality, because I saw a few interviews,
Yeah.
not the most fun.
Carl Lewis.
You can go to Mumbai someday. You might see him participating in that Mumbai marathon.
Marathon. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Anurag,
So don't.
who for you?
Anurag?
You,
Anurag's named Federer, yaar. Federer, of
Oh,
course.
Federer, yeah.
Ah.
any day.
Good call.
Any day.
Controversy, but yes, Djokovic.
What
for
controversy?
Me. Djokovic for me.
My favorite. Federer.
Djokovic.
Everyone. Vaibhav's got a good point. Mahendra Singh Dhoni also.
Oh yeah.
Good fun. And imagine all things you can do also.
I'd love to do adventure sports with Dhoni.
Oh yeah, he'll be very good.
Yeah.
Of course.
He does parachute jumps also.
The Rock or
Paragon.
Leonardo
He
DiCaprio.
is.
Yeah.
He is. You're right. He is.
What fun it'd be to do skydiving with him.
He could do. Yeah.
The Rock or Leonardo DiCaprio, anime fan.
Hey, come on.
Arre, wow.
Picking
Although
sports people, yeah.
I did spend some time with John
Picking
Cena
sports
though.
people.
With John Cena, I had the privilege for being with him for 2 hours.
John
nice
Cena.
guy. Nice guy to be
Nice
with.
guy.
Nice guy. John Cena.
What else did they used to say in Hindi after that? John Cena scene mein what?
Nothing like that. Man, but the adulation that he garners when he came to India is unmatched for any WWE superstar. They had come in 2002, one batch, Triple H and all, but they didn't get that much as how John Cena got.
Okay, before we wrap up, one sportsman from yesteryears who's not around anymore
Yeah.
that
Not
you would want to meet.
around anymore.
As in he's not
He's
alive.
on-
He's
okay.
Not anymore. You've got the same answer for everything.
Yeah.
Same answer for anything and everything.
Okay, take it. Fair enough. No, but it's a good call.
But
So
there
I
are-
can't argue with that.
See, Shane won, maybe.
Well, I spent time. I'm saying someone who never had
Just
a chance.
Sir Don
Don
Bradman.
Bradman, I was thinking of that. So Don,
Yes.
amazing.
Not the most liked person.
I know, he wasn't.
Exactly. But you want to get behind his thinking and his thought
Yeah.
and what he was thinking, you know.
Ian Chappell never liked Sir Don Bradman.
Yeah. That's very
Yeah.
public.
Many administrators, I mean, when he was administrator of the Australian Cricket Board, many people didn't. Keith Miller, for example, never liked
Yeah.
him. So, but
But you'd want those insights as to
Yes.
why he was like that, and you know, as a
See,
person, again, very reclusive, just
Yeah.
by himself, a loner, never hung around in groups
Yep.
or with team. So what a know.
and if not Don Bradman until he's alive, Bill Lawry. Yes, he was the voice because of which I started following Australian cricket.
Diego Armando Maradona.
Oh yes, El Diego.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Ayrton Senna.
Ayrton Senna. Yes, Brazil, the first
fact, when
Brazil
you
left
see
front
this
driver.
docu- Yeah. I
Amazing.
don't
By
think
the way,
there is anyone.
We're
who
missing out
hasn't.
on Pele.
Pele also. No, I thought of him, but I was like, more of a personality is Diego.
Diego.
I
of
saw
course.
I saw Diego live, not play, but when he was coach that 2010 World Cup. So I saw that Mexico Argentina game, and I got good tickets. So my seat was right behind the dugout, the Argentine dugout, in the
wow.
first or the second row. So I was just right there. You won't believe me and my friends. We spent 90 minutes just looking at Maradona only. Didn't even bother what's happening. Every move of his, because he's very animated.
Yeah.
Do this, instruction.
Do this.
He's entertainment by himself.
Yeah, I
So
know.
we almost spent 90 minutes just looking what his next move is. He'll look at the crowd also. He'll engage with them.
That's what I think
His
somebody was saying
aura, his
upstairs
personality was
that
El Diego.
had El Diego been around, he would have gone out distributing something or the other to the entire country after they won the World Cup.
No, but he has to thank Fidel Castro for ensuring that he got back into health, because he
Yes.
spent a considerable amount of time in Cuba rehabilitating.
Yes.
What is Harish Khatri saying? Because I was talking about never met a cool Jamaican. He said, have you ever met a cool Tamilian?
You are.
Why not?
You've taken
Why not
offense.
Vishwanathan Anand?
You have never met.
Why not Vishwanathan Anand? Is he not cool?
He's asking.
He is saying.
I think Vishwanathan Anand would take offense to that.
Never meet
Are
a
they very
Cool Tamilian.
Yeah.
Avichandran Ashwin is cool.
He's cool. What about
Chika.
Arey,
Oh,
he's
yes.
super.
Chika.
He's
Yeah,
super.
Cool
Chika.
cat. There's so
Yes.
many.
And
Yes.
what about Ramanathan
Adopted-
Krishnan, Ramesh
No,
Krishnan?
adopted Tamilian Rajnikant is adopted.
Yes. No, but what about
That
the
way is
Krishnan
adopted
father
Tamilian
son
MS
duo?
Dhoni.
Yes. True. Shivaji Ganeshan, why not him? He's super cool. One of the best actors we ever had.
Where did this happen, Akshay Khisti? Where did you say that this? He's saying, how
How
can
can you
you?
neglect Sachin as all-time greatest? Sorry, Sachin would be there.
No. I think team though he was there. I think he must mean when I picked one from each sport.
Each sport,
I picked
Oh.
Lara. So he's upset about that.
Yeah.
No. See, again, I've often said that Sachin is, my favorite cricketer. Just that Lara, I just had it's just for example, and I give you a few other cricketers, and I'm sure everyone sitting here will who are not always the best.
Yeah.
I will not call them the greatest, but though in Lara's case you could argue, but I'm saying that, for example, just had this affinity towards Saeed Anwar. I just used to love him, or a Aravinda De Silva, or a Curtly Ambrose, or even there was a time that Manoj Prabhakar was my favorite cricketer.
Why not?
So they'll never finish. Some of them will, but they'll never be in the world 11s that you make. But you just it's your favorite. So for me, there was a connection with Brian Lara. I just as a kid, maybe I saw that high back cliff and a lefty, and playing the way on. Sometimes you see those matches, those Antigua Test matches against Australia. Just some things remain, and you're like, oh man, this guy. So that's it.
Man, he had a Bharatnatyam technique, I'm telling you. But
Yeah. But what?
Brian Lara.
He was very stylish. Yeah, that.
Exactly.
But what a
Bharatnatyam
batter.
style.
You would pay all your life savings to watch him.
That's
He had
all.
96 World Cup. The coolness of the guy. 96 World Cup. I think.
The swagger that he used to walk with.
He used to come with those glasses.
He was wearing shades.
Shades, yes.
Because it was too sunny. Under that helmet, he was wearing shades.
I know.
And I think that was against Australia.
Australia, Jaipur.
And scored a century.
I think he scored
Did he?
50, I guess.
His thing was like I now forget those instances because I had conversations with him and he narrated many stories about it where he was not out and they was given out this and that. How players are and a couple of instances he mentioned against Australia. I was like, you didn't have any. He's like, it's okay. Fine, they gave me out, so what?
The-
This match I'll score. He was like that.
Yeah.
He was never like, oh, the world will come to an end. I will give dharna. Nothing.
The
It's like
only-
that's this. Somebody claimed a catch.
Yeah.
They said this. So I said, so that's his destiny or his karma or whatever. He'll pay
Yeah.
for it. Why should I bother? What?
I mean,
He used to walk also back.
yeah. And
If he edged it, he'd walk.
the likes of two of the greatest spinners, Murli and Vaughan, never got the better of Lara. Never.
His feet
Brian Lara
movement.
went to Sri Lanka, na?
600 plus runs.
Muralidharan.
Muralidharan was made mortal in that series, yeah. Lara was.
His feet movement. I was so sure about where to go.
Where to go.
Go back.
Despite that
Shuffle, yeah.
he would always be on time
Yes.
for that shot.
Like
And
Steve
that high
Smith.
backlift,
Yeah.
any coach will tell you, no, a bat won't come down, you won't be able to play.
They used to say that for Virat Kohli at a time that his backlift is just too high.
Steve Smith. in this era.
Yeah.
Shuffle, high backload, but how effective he is here. 60 plus average in test matches after 90
What I
tests.
loved Lara, he would make even defense look cool. Like
I
even if
know.
it like defended a ball, it'll have some style in it. His flicks, everything. Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't face that much of quality swing because Wasim really troubled him with their swing bowling. McGrath with his line and length. But spinners, I don't think any spinner got on top of Lara ever.
Yeah.
So the Prince, lucky you that you met him. Lucky,
it's very,
lucky.
very nice.
Yes.
I mean, initially when I got to know him, it was very tough. He's very introvert, and he, in the sense, he wouldn't become very friendly to begin with. He takes time. Once he does, then he's your bum chum.
Yep.
Super chat. Last question.
Last
Kapil Vazirani.
Who will be better keeper for us against Australia in Test, considering both batting and keeping skills on turning tracks? Ishan's seen struggling.
Answer quickly. Yeah.
KS Bharat.
KS Bharat.
KS Bharat.
KS
You
Bharat.
answered
No
this
brainer.
many times, Kapil.
No brainer.
I have a question for all four of you.
You wanted us to rap.
Now you're
Why
Now you extend.
did Hardik not...
UC
Chahal 2 overs.
Half an hour.
No, I want to know your market here.
no our Mokif. I'll tell you while going back. We have a long
Well,
drive.
you
No,
know-
or you can see the Sports Today show, first half hour.
Will
That is
Chahal
what I
be happy or will he be disappointed tonight?
Obviously,
Very disappointed.
One more wicket, and you never know. No, he could have ended up as player of the match.
No, but what if the Ahmedabad wicket has a bit of grass on it and you want to play Umran Malik? Who goes out?
UZ Chahal.
Unless he takes Washington out, and
No,
because
Washington is your batsman.
no, because Huda is also bowling now, so
No. Washington
Uzi.
will play.
UZ will have to go.
UZ goes on the chopping
So,
block. Yeah.
my point is, you should raise your voice.
Why don't you go to Ahmedabad and take that call, and you can discuss the same with the people who matter, team management. Maybe if you can just bump
You
into.
think they even
bump
know
into-
who I am?
Sorry,
of
I'm
course.
a non-entity.
Arey, Rahul Dravid, Hardik
I'm a
Patel.
non-entity.
How do you know?
I am.
Arey, I am. What is it? You have yourself
No,
decided.
why is it that you in media will have to rake up this issue? Yeah?
That is
That is
You are
our
being
job.
unfair to a
that
cricketer.
is the that
No,
is
you are
the
being
current-
unfair to a player.
Yeah, I agree.
It is.
We've had a long discussion on this.
So what is the
Just-
outcome of that discussion?
Oh no, what we had discussed is that obviously he'd be disappointed, and he would, considering he's fighting for a place, would have wanted more overs. But I think there is no sinister thinking in Hardik's point. Like,
How do you know?
because I tell you why. Because
You
the
think
previous
there
games, I'll tell you, previously, like you could say that he's backed Deepak Huda. Previously, when it was doing a lot for spinners, he didn't bowl Huda also.
No, that's fine.
I think you
He
know
backed
something
Deepak
more
Huda.
than.
I think he's
Why
doing.
is he not backing
He-
UZ
no,
Chahal?
the question.
But he got him in the team today. If he was not backing him, we wouldn't
No,
have.
but you tell me
No,
that
you had to play him. You bowled him in the power play.
you got
Made
that
him
early
over,
wicket.
2 overs, 4 runs. Chalo, you changed. You brought Deepak Huda or whatever. Chalo, fine. Then you bowled your own overs. You came back. You bowled your 4 overs. Then you brought Arshdeep and Shivam Mavi and all. Why was it that a captain did not want UZ Chahal to bowl the third and the
Shivam
fourth
Mavi
over
also-
and probably pick up 2-3 more wickets?
No, Shivam Mavi also bowled only 1 over.
Yeah, he was not
But that
needed.
day, that's what I'm saying. That day, Umran also bowled.
No, it wasn't needed.
No, I to agree with this. UZ Chahal, there is somebody who has not played too much of cricket since that
T20 World Cup, yes.
And now he's
Deepak Huda, I'm very happy. Kuldeep, I'm very happy. But UZ Chahal should have also bowled 4 overs.
absolutely
Period.
Yes. Indeed.
So,
UZ South City.
Okay.
We're going to South
Bye.
City. You want to come or not?
No, my city is very close from here. I don't want my tires to burst. Those areas are very dangerous.
burst नहीं यार वो उसका तो there's
Threat coming or whatever.
thread नहीं वो टायर फटने को क्या कहते हैं?
Bus.
burst वो वाला नहीं है ना यार
Puncture.
ये टकरा के जो फटता है उसको क्या कहते हैं?
Burst.
वो impact वाला फटा है ना यार?
हाँ.
That's
But it's a
worst.
burst tire. It's a burst tire anyway.
Burst or puncture or whatever.
की आवाज आई oh man oh यार ये क्या हुआ
Same
within 5 seconds
tire burst.
दोनों टायर एक ही साइड
You know, in a car, तो जैसे if a tire burst happens on a bike, you're gone.
भाई साहब even in a car touch wood
You know, car and all, still you're on phone.
ये ठप करके ना कार ऐसे नहीं हुई वो सीधी ही गई फिर ऐसे हुई थोड़ी सी चलते चलते में
I don't
Same
have.
side. The two tires.
Oh damn.
तो मैं ले गया लास्ट हाफ
Feel good fact.
मेरे घर से आधा किलोमीटर
कोई बात नहीं गाड़ी कुछ नहीं nothing happened to the car.
Positive thinking.
Yes. Okay, that ends Super Sunday, man.
Yes, it's indeed been.
Okay.
All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed our coverage.
Super
today. We'll see
Sunday.
you
It was
tomorrow.
great. Thank